Good morning. Yeah, without wasting your time, I'm directly coming into my point and into the content of the video. In this video, I'm going to tell you how India can become a $30 trillion economy by 2047. This is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. This is the vision of our country. This is the vision of India, how India can become a $30 trillion economy or a Viksit Bharat. Okay, so the concept of Viksit Bharat I have told in my earlier video, and now in this video I'll tell you about how can India become a $30 trillion economy or a developed nation. Right, that is Viksit Bharat by 2047. Okay, so I'm telling you that how India can, you see, now at present India is having 1.45 billion population, that is 145 crore population, but in 2047 India's population will be 1.65 billion, that is 165 billion, 65 crore population. So if every person, I'm not saying about every person, so I say into at that time, if only 60%, okay, if 60% population of 1.62, some people are projecting as 1.62 billion, and some person are saying about 1.65 billion. So I am taking 1.62 billion, right? So 1.62 billion people's 60% population becomes 97.2 million, right? That is 97.2 crore people, and I would like to add with 2.8 crore more, that is 100 crore people, right? 100 crore people between the age of suppose 20 to 60, 20 to 60, or maybe extended, more extent, that will be our addition or additional you could say additional bonus or dividend, you can say, if people about more than 65 or 70 year people, many people in India are working, right? If they add, so definitely the income will be more than $30 trillion economy. So these people, if these people suppose they can earn 25,000 25 lakh 44,158 in a year, that is 2 lakh 12,013 per month. This $30 trillion economy can be accomplished today itself. But it is not possible now. However, I have calculated in terms of 2047. Suppose in 2047 the value of each Indian rupee will be reduced to 100 rupees per $1, right? Then US dollar, $30 trillion into rupees 100 rupees equal to that money will be divided by 100 crore population. So 100 crore population, where 100 crore population, I mean that 60% population of 1.6 billion population, and plus 2.8 crore more. So in this way 100 crore population earns 30 lakh rupees in a year. In a year 30 lakh rupees means 30 lakh divided by 12 equal to 2.5 lakh rupees in a month. Then $30 trillion economy will be earned, and only people's earning is not, because foreign direct investment is there, and Indian exports are there, natural resources are there, and exports are there, defense equipment, then gold, then our natural resources and our exports, all those things are there. So all these things combinedly can become more than this. Okay, so but the point is a big amount, that how India could become this, how Indian people, average Indian people could earn 2.5 lakh rupees in a month. So this is really a tough question, because here many people's earning is below 500 rupees, below 1,000 rupees in a month at present. But from where, how can people earn this money? This is a $1 million question. Isn't it? Really, this is a $1,000,000 question, and the government of India has not given any plan in the Niti Aayog's report 2023-2024. There I have seen that Sustainable Development Index 2023-24, where it has been mixed inaccurately and casually mixed with the Viksit Bharat concept. But actually, in that report, they have mentioned only the index of 2023-2024 Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, but here I have tried to give you a complete idea that how India can earn $25 trillion economy by 2047. A concrete plan. 33 keys I have mentioned here, and in the concluding part I mentioned another 24 keys or mantras. Okay, first mantra is arouse your prey. Number one, I am saying in brief because it is a book. I have written this book. I am not going to tell you all those things because it will take hours to tell my detailed plan. For that reason, you have to buy this book. But I am just saying the headlines or briefly, so that you can gaze that you can comprehend or you can understand that what are my ideas, or what are the mantras I have provided to the government and to all the stakeholders, all students and all people here, right? Number one, arouse your respect for India. That is patriotism, right? So without respect and love, one cannot give fully to his loved one. If you do not love me, how will you give me all? So that is why I say that all the people, all the Indian people should be patriotic. They should arouse their respect for India. All, including me, all people should devote themselves for the development with one agenda in life, that development of India, right? So in the case of India, every Indian at first should love and respect the country. Why love and respect the country? Right, because reminiscence, for thousands of years, India has become a vast and rich country with abundant natural resources, fertile land, maritime trade, and above all, spirituality. So Indian subcontinent was a commercial zone as well as a knowledge hub of vital importance in ancient times. So this was India, and our present India is also very strong in the present India. So Mark Twain once, you all know Mark Twain, a renowned American novelist, once said, quote, India is a cradle of human race, the birthplace of human species, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition. Our most valuable and most constructive materials in the history of man are treasured up in India today only, unquote. So India is such a big country. So for that reason, you have to love your country. You love first. You see the result. Okay, number one. Number two, set a big goal and work wisely to increase your income. Number two, mantra number two. So if growth refers to a country's population, national income, per capita income, level of consumption, savings, investments, and foreign trade over a period of time, we have to focus on all these components equally. We need to increase exploration of our natural resources, opening foreign direct investment doors to defense, aviation, infrastructure, space tourism, then manufacturing industries, private consumption, decent job opportunities, etc. Should be provided to our youths and students, right? and all people, particularly the youths, should set a big target that I have to earn by 2047 at least 2,50,000 rupees per month. Okay, and otherwise we have to develop our skill and increase our capacity so that I can participate in the development of our country, right? Then how America became rich, from rich to richer. Do you know that how America became richer? So this is a great part I have mentioned here. So and this is really in the year 2090, out of 400 billionaires of the USA, 93 billionaires, that is 23.5% of the members of the Forbes 400 made their money through investing. You see how America became rich. America made money through investing, like Warren Buffett and Carl Icahn. Okay, and then people have wide social networks, soft targets, soft products, and revolutionary technological knowledge that can make billions of dollars with 69 tech billionaires, including Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Snapchat's Bobby Murphy, and even Spiegel. You also can earn big money in India. So these are the concepts. In short, I am just telling you, right? Next, take a lesson from China. We can take a lesson from China. Okay, I will tell you in detail. Okay, and Japan is a master of resilience. Yes, I'll tell you all these things later. Number three point. How did Japan's economy grow? I have said in detail that how Japan after Second World War, after its destruction by the U.S. forces, how it regained in the world arena, right? So mantra number three, Indian scientists and technologists must invest low-cost mass production systems, right? So Indian scientists and technologists will have to invent low-cost mass production systems, right? So you see the Japanese cars, electronic gadgets, printing machines, Japanese bullet trains, household goods like kitchen knives, kinomi, ceramics, coffee filters, then Hario Chacha dripper, Mamenko, Tawashi scrubbers, and so on. So Japan has created new technology such as the low-cost mass production systems by obtaining numerous technologies imported from abroad. So why can't India do? India also can do. So this is we can learn from Japan, right? Mantra number 4. So the union leaders must vow to protect, assist, and increase industrial production. In Japan, a very cordial labor and management relationship has been built. But here, during the communists particularly, what do they do? They always make rivalry with the management, with the factory owners, and with the managers. So this type of violent politics should not be allowed here in India, right? If India wants to grow, if India wants to become industrially developed countries like Japan, like Germany, like Israel, like United States of America, right? So these improves production as well as employee-employer relationships. So always there should be a cordial labor management relationship, right? Cordial labor and management relationship should be there, right? Number 5, the government must formulate stronger and better policies. Yeah, at present there are ample good policies, but still I would say that there are chances or there are scopes for improvement. Okay, so behind the development and growth of every country, there remain strong government policies, right? It is the core ingredient of development mantra. In India, at present, the BJP-led NDA government is not as strong as the previous two governments, when the BJP could take up many bold decisions unilaterally because it had a complete two-thirds majority in parliament. But the present NDA government is independent on BJP's allies, who are not very reliable, but can break the government at any moment if they get some better bait from opposition alliance. Okay. Moreover, the Congress-led opposition INDIA alliance is creating obstacles in parliament in almost every step of the policy-making process. So these also should not be. Constructive criticism is always good, but criticism for criticism is not good. And what the Congress Party is doing in India and abroad also, they are criticizing the government and they are criticizing the country. They are actually they are insulting the country as a whole, right? So this should not be done. Here is a big point. I am not telling in details because now I would say point number 6, the government must continue its GDP grow at the rate of 10%. Okay, so 10% growth, continuous growth, 10% GDP growth is necessary. But now it is 6.5 or 7.58. So the GDP growth must have to be increased. Otherwise, so it is not that India's economy will automatically increase in its own way. No. Besides, the making and growing of a few hundred billionaires will not make India a developed nation. Only growth of a few hundred billionaires in India will not be sufficient for making India a superpower by 2047. For that reason, the income growth of majority of its population should be ensured, right? So, we do not need lopsided growth. Rather, we require holistic and inclusive development. Holistic development is required, and how India could become, or how India could make holistic development, the plan is given here. Okay. Next, point number 7, mantra number 7: triple the number of MSMEs in the next 23 years. So, how you'll have to do? What you will triple the number of MSMEs, means micro, small and medium scale enterprises. Okay. So, as per the information of the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Scale Industries, at present India has 1,05,21,119 number units in the total small scale industry sector. Okay. According to a Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, 31st July 2023, this number will have to be increased by at least threefold, that is at least 3 crore small scale industries should be there in India in the year 2047. So, you see how India will have to do. India will have to work very hard, because in last 77 years, what India could achieve, 1 crore 5 lakh small MSMEs, but these numbers should be increased threefold by 2047. So, it is a very tough job, and for that reason the government of India should give target to the district magistrates and subdivisional magistrates and BDOs to do more, or to set up more MSMEs. For that reason, you set up more technical institutions and train them, and give them money, and give them management training. All those things should be provided by the government of India. Okay. And along with that, not government of India alone, because the state governments should also take part, and union territories should also come forward, because all the stakeholders are necessary to achieve this goal. All the participation of all the stakeholders is required for this great. Okay. And then I would say that make a plan to set up at least 20 new MSMEs in every subdivision every year. And the aim of Viksit Bharat will be accomplished easily. India's economy will then shine. Only 20 MSMEs in every subdivision. Is it a tough job? I don't think it is a tough job. It is not a tough job at all. But you have to give target, and the SDOs will have to work little hard. They should put a little extra effort, right? Next, number 8. The government must set a target to grow GDP and per capita income at least 8 times from today to 2047 in 22 years. All right, it's not a matter of joke. 8 times increase of per capita income. So, the latest Forbes India reports show that at present the size of India's GDP is merely $3.9 trillion, and GDP per capita nominal is only $2,700. Okay, so it is very nominal in comparison to the USA, where US's GDP is $28.78 trillion, and China is having $18.53 trillion, and according to Forbes India report 2024. So, when compared with GDP per capita income of India with that of US and China, a grim picture comes forward. The per capita income of the US population is $86.6 thousand. You see, in the United States of America, the GDP per capita income is $86.6 thousand, whereas India is having how much? India is having only $2.7 thousand. So, where do we stand? So, while it is $12.97 thousand for China, but India is much lower than them, right? So, Indian GDP per capita income will have to increase. Yeah, I agree that India has a vast illiterate population, India has vast rural population, India has vast poor people, but despite that, only increasing the income of billionaires will not work. Equitable growth is necessary. For that reason, the government, the income should be inclusive, so that all people can have. The government will have to formulate policy for that reason. For that reason, the research institutions should work. Yeah, I take the responsibility. Yeah, I say if I am given a responsibility, I can do that. I have that capacity. Yeah, I can make research and I can make policies, and on the basis of that policy, India can win. Yeah, definitely, because I am a strong advocate of Viksit Bharat, of our Honorable Prime Minister. All people should work hard. There's no time for lethargy. Yeah, no, it's not time for lethargic behavior. We will not tolerate people. Actually, yeah, you can do that, but ultimately the target will not be fulfilled. We will always, as we are now, we are considered as poor, then definitely the next, I mean in future also, we will be considered as poor. And nobody will give us importance, nobody will listen to us, nobody will give us importance, nobody will call us, nobody will what do you say, will shake hands with us. Because why they will shake hands with us? If we do not match with them, so we have to match with them, we have to become economically stronger. Where is the per capita income of the people in the USA and where we are, right? So we have to increase our per capita income at any cost, at least 8 times by 2047. Okay, next point number 9, I say that the government must keep up the promise to feed the Indians and others in the globe. If industry is our one heart, then definitely agriculture is our soul. Yeah, agriculture is our soul. So both industry and agriculture should go hand in hand. In every book, I say that yeah, it is not possible for India. If India is an agro-based economy, then India will never be able to compete with others, with other developed nations. Yeah, definitely. That's why industry should be added, and industry should be given emphasized. Without industry, without growth of industry, without the growth of business, without the growth of trade and exports, India cannot attain, or India cannot achieve this vision. This is a great target, the great vision. So to achieve great vision, great goal, you have to work great, right? So hence the agriculture sector should be encouraged to produce export quality rice, wheat, milk, eggs, meat and other edible things in terms of agriculture, right? Similarly, India's horticulture should be encouraged to produce more export quality fruits, plants, ornaments, trees, etc. Training and funding from the block development offices must be provided to the farmers. We must remember, acknowledge and remunerate our feeders and backbone of society, that is the farmers. So we are happy that India has the world's largest cattle herd or buffaloes, the largest area planted for wheat, rice and cotton, and is the largest producer of milk, pulses and spices in the world. So all these things India is having already, but it should be, there are scopes for improvement, right? Next, point number 10, I would say that automobile industry has to be expanded in many states. 6, the automobile industry in India is growing rapidly. Export for two-wheelers and four-wheelers should be increased more. India's annual production of automobiles in the financial year 2022 was 22.93 million vehicles. In financial year 2023, total passenger vehicle sales reached to $3.89 million. It's good, but it is not the best. It is not. We have to better it. We have to do better, right? So there must be small cars of for Indian villages and big cars for metropolitan cities. Okay, the availability of car loans is in easy installments should be extended by banks and financial institutions, and the vehicles should be all weathered and all road friendly. Automobile companies may consider manufacturing amphibian cars and environment friendly electric vehicles. Okay, these are the hints I am giving to the manufacturers. Okay, I am not giving more because you read this book and you will learn more about this. Okay, point number 11, India's defense exports should be increased. Okay, Indian Defense Ministry must act more aggressively to produce export quality defense products. There must be innovation in defense technologies in India. India must learn from Israel, Japan, Germany, China and South Korea about defense manufacturing technology, and initially production may be done in collaboration with these countries. Our dependency on Russia and France in regard to the import of missiles, rifles, combat aircraft, submarines, etc. should be reduced quickly, and instead Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DO, Bharat Heavy Electricals and Bharat Dynamics Limited, Larsen and Toubro Shipbuilders, Megazon, Dock Shipbuilders Limited and others must work more diligently and manufacture long-range missiles, night vision rifles, combat aircraft, fighter planes, nuclear submarines, tanks, bullets, etc. And all these things should be exported. By exporting our missiles, by exporting our defense equipment, by exporting our rockets, by exporting our submarines, we can earn more. By exporting our fighter jets, fighter planes. Okay, and I suggest to the government Ministry of Defence, to the government of India, that they should give emphasis on manufacturing and exporting all these things, and foreign direct investment can be sought in these sectors, right? Okay, number 12. So India should take the initiative to popularize Indian rupees in the international market. Yes, like the dollar. The US dollar is not only concentrated within the territory of America. Why, if US dollar can be prevalent or can be used by the world, by all the countries, then why Indian rupees should be confined within India? This is the question. India should endeavor to popularize Indian rupees in the international market. India should also make the initiative to setting up international banks like that of IMF and World Bank in Delhi or Mumbai or in Kolkata. Right. So I am not going in detail. So India should think about that. And you see, today in the morning I read one book of Newt Gingrich, and he wrote that in 2001 the book was published, and in that book Newt Gingrich is comprehending or apprehending that USA's great threats are from China and India. You see, they are afraid of China and India. When? In the beginning of the millennium. So in 2005 they are afraid of India, they are afraid of China. So they are afraid. It is not that they are free from fear. They are not free from fear. They are thinking that how India is growing. How India is growing. But China people do not believe in China. They do not like to invest. But Indian political scenario, Indian political environment, Indian environmental situation, and Indian what is it now there is no communism. The effect of communism had been reduced, and communist movements are lesser now in India. So people can come and invest in India. It is now good. Environment is good, and there's government of India has initiated many one door policy, one window policy, and then licenses are being given very quickly, and you can come and you can invest money here. And Indian people are good. Indian people are generally good, and they are very cooperative, and they are very helpful. Okay, in a word, I will say. So next, number 13, military and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology must chase a big target. Okay, at present the Union Minister of Electronics and Information Technology is a former IS from Odisha cadre. Okay, so he is a very good person, and so he must now take a leading role in taking India to the loftiest levels. Though through his policy formulation and implementation by the government of non-government machinery. I am talking about Ashwini Vaishnaw, because he is an IAS officer, and he knows, he worked in different organizations, and he serves as the Railway Minister, Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, Minister of Information and Broadcasting. So he is having too much responsibilities, but I am very much sure that under his leadership and assisted by our Honorable Prime Minister, he could do a good job. And he will do that, right. So Indian current target is in the electronic system designing and manufacturing sector is to generate $1 trillion worth of economic value from the digital economy by 2025. The target is to be framed at $10 trillion by 2047. $10 trillion economy, right. So the IT and BPM sector become one of the most significant sectors, catalysts for the Indian economy, right. So the government of India should think about it. Okay, number 14, Indian power sector should produce more clean energy. India's power sector needs more production of clean energy. At present, there is a shortage of electricity in India. The power cuts are often felt in the months of April and August in India. So the power demand has already been increased, and it will be doubled in the next 25 years. So because the production will continue to rise in quality, more factories and business establishments will be set up in every district of India. So instead of using conventional fossil fuels, we have to focus more on the production and use of solar power, hydropower and wind power. The target of 450 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity from solar power by 2030 must be fulfilled, and let India produce more non-conventional power, and how they will take ideas from Australia and from other countries. I have given in this in the next part. Next part means in this part, but I'm not giving in detail here, not sharing all ideas here. You have to buy this book, right? Okay, number 15, foreign investors should be incentivized to come and invest in India. Okay, so India is the world's largest market. India is a peaceful country, and the democratic setup of India is globally renowned. So I urge all global investors to come to India, have a taste of India's hospitality, invest your money to make your profit, and give decent jobs to our skilled and English-speaking youths. The government may incentivize foreign investors. India invites FDI inflows in drug manufacturing, infrastructure manufacturing, defense manufacturing, space research, medical devices sector, robotics and energy sector, and other sectors in education sector, in colleges, setting up colleges, universities and higher education sector also. You can invest in health sector, you can invest in insurance sector, you can invest in defense sector. All the other sectors you can invest here. Okay, so India is welcoming you. With this, I would like to end this video here, because it's already 32 minutes. In the next video, I'll tell you other about other policies or mantras. Right. With this, I would like to conclude here. Thank you.